This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.
Yo, what up, though, people? Like to welcome you back to the Keep It a C Note podcast. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
Vito. What up, though? You a little nervous?
No, man. Ain't about nothing.
Okay. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. If this your first time tuning in, salute to you. Do us a favor. Please hit the sub button, like button, and the bell so you can stay notified when we drop new content. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. If you agree with something, disagree with something, want to correct us on something, or if you just want to call one of us a Oouuber, let us know in the comments. Just make sure you keep it a C note. Make sure you share this video with someone that likes to talk sports and entertainment just like you, so that we can all talk that talk together. Funniest thing I've seen recently, nothing on social media Vito, but shout out to the homies that hit me up after Team USA won the gold and LeBron was named the MVP for the Olympic team. And I was asked a whole bunch of questions like, was we still going to hate on that team, which I don't ever think it was ever hate. And did LeBron add to his legacy by being the MVP at 39 over there? Listen, I'm going to just keep it a C note. I personally don't have no problem with LeBron being the MVP. He definitely was the most consistent player. But everything else, like, you're not going to tell me that I was wrong for saying that team wouldn't have competed against the Dream Team. But what's your thoughts on it, Vito? LeBron James MVP, Team USA, 5 straight times they won the gold medal. You got any thoughts on it?
As far as we hating on LeBron, no, we're not gonna hate on LeBron. But I don't feel like this really adds anything to like his legacy.
Right.
It's good to have. As a matter of fact, it ain't gonna take nothing away, but I don't feel like it adds anything.
Nothing at all?
Nah, not really, because it just doesn't seem like it was anything special to me.
Okay. Let me ask you this. It was a lot of controversy with Steve Kerr, the way he was playing people. Jason Tatum didn't play a couple games, and Embiid didn't play a game. Halliburton didn't play mostly all the games. I'm going to ask you and everybody, Vito, who do y'all think was the blame for everybody not being able to get on the court for Team USA? Was it Steve Kerr? Was it something else? Keep it a C note.
Gotta be Steve Kerr.
Why you say it gotta be Steve Kerr?
Because he's the one who's just putting the lineup in. At the end of the day,
okay,
it's enough room for all them guys to play. Everybody ain't got to play overwhelming amount of minutes.
Right.
You can rotate first, third, second, and fourth quarters. You know what I'm saying? There's no way in the world Jason Tatum, especially just coming off a chip, don't get minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm gonna go a step further because me and you already went back and forth about it, Vito. I don't think it's Kerr's fault. It's just Kerr's working with what he got. Pause. And what I say by that is, we seen it from the exhibition time and all. Them dudes can't all just play on the court together. Like the Dream Team, you seen all them guys passing the ball. Everybody got busy. It's like how this team was supposed to look, but the way the game is structured now is like ISO ball. And I was kind of watching things, and I'm like, basically not stirring nothing up, but LeBron kind of took Tatum minutes because they're kind of like the same type of player when you look at it. Guys that's going to try to go to the rack, look for the foul, can hit the jumper every once in a while, but their strength is getting to the rack. And I think Jason Tatum, like, it's been a lot going on with him since, like, the NBA Finals. And it's crazy because I remember Perkins and them was saying that Jaylen Brown, all he did was sat in the corner, caught the ball and shot open threes and made him that shouldn't have made him the MVP. But when you really look at it, Tatum was putting Jaylen Brown role on Team USA and he couldn't get that job done.
That's different, though.
How was it different? He was asked to be Jaylen Brown, stand in the corner, hit the wide open three.
That's not his game.
Yeah, it's not his game, but what I'm saying is it's not really Jaylen Brown's game neither. You adjust. You see
yeah,
it? You see, I'm just for instance saying when people was knocking Jaylen Brown. You know what I mean? I'm just using that. But my thoughts personally, if you bring in Team USA over there, anybody that you put on the floor should be able to play together. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to hear like, oh, certain people didn't fit in and the games is too close to no. All them guys, if they're supposed to be the 12 best guys picked, they all should have played. That's just my thoughts.
And when you could have rotated LeBron and Tatum at the same time, Bron could have played the 1. Tatum could have played the 3, 4. Bron could have played the 4. They could have went small, let Bron play the 5 against some teams.
I mean, ain't nobody going to say it, but it probably was a little bit of bias towards the older guys because this is probably 90% of the chance that this is their last Olympics.
On that note, I don't have a problem with it. Like, if that's your reason, you want to get the older guys on their way out, get them a little more minutes, and he's new. Ain't this his first time playing, Jason Tatum?
No, Tatum played before.
In the Olympics?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Well, but I can still see the older guys getting the minutes. But it's definitely games that he should have played. But now, when we talking about it, do you really have to play every game? At that stage in your career, everybody know you just come off a championship. Everybody know what you can do.
I mean, it's disrespectful though. Basically, that boy just come off winning the finals and
Yeah. Now I could see if you sat LeBron for a game,
not just he, but
game.
not just he coming off the finals, but they are the future.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know Halliburton, like what you were saying, this his first time there, so he going for experience, but he is a future point guard. He should have got minutes.
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
Dream Team with Magic and Burbs on their way out, they played them a little bit.
Yeah,
and the young guys.
And I'm glad you said that because I went and looked it up. Magic Johnson actually didn't play in 2 games for the Dream Team, but of course, he didn't play that whole year, and he was older. He was just over there on the shrimp. Mm-hmm. Like, it is not the same with these guys. I didn't get a chance to look it up, but it'll be on the screen if I do find it. Christian Laettner might have averaged more minutes than these guys, bro. I did see Christian Laettner played in all 8 games. Tyrese Halliburton didn't, so Christian Laettner may have played more minutes than them guys.
Christian Laettner should have been on. He shouldn't even been on the team.
He shouldn't have.
How the fuck you don't have Shaq on that team?
He shouldn't have been on the team, but on the fact that he was on the team and that he may have averaged more minutes than Jason Tatum, who's coming off an NBA Finals, is crazy. But let me ask you this. Who benefited the most from playing on Team USA? Keep it a C, know who you got.
I have to say Brian.
Why you say Brian?
Because I feel like one of these dudes, whoever's next to be a free agent that was on the USA team, is going to wind up in LA.
You think so?
Absolutely. You know he the best GM in the league.
Yeah, that's funny right there because one thing that I did get from that call where they was grinding this up, because it was 2 people on the call trying to grind this up. They said don't be surprised if Steph, Brown, and KD end up on the same team. But I can't see it. The reason why I can't see it is because I don't think LeBron is chasing a ring or that no more. I think he's more locked in with trying to play with both of his sons before he retires. And if he has a chance to get Bryce in, 2 years, I think he'd rather stay and play with the Lakers. He's not going to leave Bronny.
No.
And I don't think Steph is going to leave Golden State.
Shit.
We already see with KD. He'll go anywhere.
Listen, Clay just left, so I ain't going to count Steph out. And I look at it like this. If LeBron can tell the Lakers, yo, if I get Steph over there, I'm going to need you to draft my other son.
And I'm glad you said about Clay, because I'm not in the loop, but watching that gold medal game, the announcers kept saying Steph was doing a lot of barking when he was hitting them threes, and they said he was talking to Draymond the whole game. So I don't know if he was like telling Draymond, like, nigga, I told you we them guys, or if he was barking at Draymond. And so, you know, by the time this episode come out, if the information is released, it will definitely be on the screen. But they said he was doing that all game. He was barking at Draymond. But I'm not going to pick a player. The Boston Celtics, they benefited the most from this Team USA thing. Just think about it. They coming off winning the championship. Drew Holiday got to play significant minutes. Mm-hmm. The boy Brown, he got added to the team for Kawhi. And he got to play minutes.
Who?
Not Brown, White. Pardon me, White.
Oh.
Derek White.
Got your colors fucked
right,
up.
Yeah, my colors was messed up, pardon me. But you know how people get lazy off of winning championships. You already had Jaylen Brown chip on his shoulder because Kawhi got left. When Kawhi left, he didn't get sent over. So you got two guys that actually did play. Both of them played probably more than Tatum. You got Jaylen Brown with this chip on his shoulder. Now you got Jason Tatum that's going to come into the season. Because me personally, and I know you probably feel the same way, pause, Vito, but if I'm Jason Tatum, every time I see LeBron or Kevin Durant this season, I'm trying to give them 40 to 50 points. Point blank period. I'm trying to do them like Isaiah Thomas did the year that he found out Stockton was named on the dream team over him. He came out that first game, he gave Stockton like 40 cents. If I'm Jason Tatum and I'm trying to let it be known that I'm the future of the league, every time I see Durant and LeBron this year, because them the guys that got my minutes, I'm giving them dudes 40.
Look at it like how Gilbert Arenas did when he got cut. Every coach that was on that team.
Yeah.
Giving them that team 40.
Yeah, that too. That too, but you definitely got to go out there and they older. All right, we sacrificed our minutes for the older guys. This they last Olympics, but I'm gonna give them hell when the season come in. Mm-hmm. That's just my thoughts on it. But Vito, now that they finally got gold, and I know we went back and forth about Dream Team. First of all, I'm going to just say it right now. They're not even one of my top 5 team USA teams ever.
What, the original Dream Team?
No, this team that just won. They're not even in my top 5 after watching the whole Olympics. And we can keep on running the movie that the world got better, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to ask you, let's not even
Hold on. Let me touch on that when they say the world got better.
Okay.
Because I've been hearing this excuse a lot too, saying the world got better. Okay, everybody's saying the world players got better. Okay, maybe they did, but from what I hear from everybody else, that today's NBA has more talent. So wouldn't that mean
right?
The talent of the NBA got better too, then, right?
Right.
So what's your fucking excuse?
That's what confused me when they said trying to find the right team to put on the floor that had chemistry, like. If you already said this generation is more talented, it should have been no problem. You should plug and play anybody, and it shouldn't have been no problem. But let's do the top 3. Top 3 USA men's basketball teams that you've seen. I know we've went over this before. My 1 and 2 hasn't changed. But for me, I set it off. My 3 would be like a split. I know you didn't do FIBA teams. You just did all Olympic teams. But Shaq once said it. He said the 94 team, it was a FIBA team. He said that was the greatest team put together. And I didn't know,
Is the
but
94 team the same team as the 96 team?
no, they're two different teams.
But who's different? Because I know some of the same players played on the team.
On the 94 team, you got Sean Kemp played on that team. Kevin Johnson played on that team. You got Dan Marley played on that team. You got Steve Smith, Alonzo Mourning.
Nah.
Yeah, they all played on that team. It wasn't star-studded team.
Okay.
It wasn't Larry Johnson was on, like, they was all, because remember, Larry Johnson back in 94, he was just coming from UNLV. Steve Smith was just coming from Michigan. Like, these guys, they were young guys.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But they was getting busy now. Shaq said that's the greatest team now. A lot of people call 96 team, including myself, call them Dream Team too. But I've read articles that they said the 94 team was originally titled the Dream Team too. Like, you know what I mean? And they was bombing on people. So I kind of put them in there / with the Redeem Team as my 3. And I still got the Dream Team as 2. And I know people still mad at me about that. But I still think the best team of all time going over the Olympics was the 96 team. And before you get your list, shout out to the guys, Chris Broussard and them, because I just recently said something. And you know I'm not an analytics guy, Vito. But they did some type of analytic guide where they took every Olympic team and they weighed in MVPs, like All-Star Game MVPs, and like within a 5-year span of them playing on the team. And they came up with the 96 team was the most pure talented team. Like, that team had the most players in their prime. But who you got?
All right. My number 3, I'm going to have to go with the Redeem Team.
The Redeem Team?
Yeah.
Okay.
You got Kidd, you got Brown, you got Darren Williams, Michael Redd, D. Wade, Kobe, Dwight Howard, Bosh, Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Tayshaun Prince, and Carmelo Anthony. That's a hell of a team.
Hell of a team.
My number 2, now, I give you credit, because originally the original Dream Team was
right.
Until you open my eyes to the 96 team. And then strictly if you go, like, the average person is going off of, like, the impact of the original Dream Team. And the star power. But if you go player for player, 96 got quite a few of them players.
Right.
But they also got Anthony Hardaway.
Right.
Mitch Richmond.
Right.
Reggie Miller. And Shaq and Akeem. And Gary Payton. So
and Grant Hill.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with that team. Like, as
number
far
1?
as, it's talent, 96 team got the most talent.
Yeah, and whatchamacallit, they said that team, Hakeem was coming off of winning 2 chips. Gary Payton, I think, played in a chip that year that they, and it was somebody else. It was somebody else on that team that they said something about. But even it was interesting that I sent you to John Vito about the Dream Team, where everybody was thinking they was being flashy and all that, and they was passing the ball because no one wanted to be the leading scorer because they said they didn't want to do the press afterwards. It was like a long process, and that was just funny. Let me ask you this before we go on. I'm going to ask you this, Vito. I'm going to ask the whole world, keep it a C-note, because we've talked about it a lot recently. Shout out my guy, Rashad McCants, because he's on Gilbert Arenas' podcast. He's like one of the only guys that agrees with me. But now after seeing...
So that means he's crazy.
No. But since we've seen this team USA, right, Vito? Are you still confident that this same team USA can beat an all-star team of all foreign players in the NBA? In a game, in a series, in anything? Because I know you kept saying no. But after seeing this, hey, can you honestly say that you still think that the Americans can beat an all-star team full of foreign players? Yes, no, keep it a C note.
In a series, it's possible, but I don't know. Just one game, it's a toss-up. But it's go either way.
why you say it go. The reason, first of all, the reason why I say now after watching this, I think the Euros. I'm not even going to say Euros, but I think if you put a team of foreign players together, they blow the American team out.
USA team got better scores.
I think they blow them. They blow them out. The only thing that Team USA would save Team USA. Look at it. They was down to Serbia by 17 points. They got Bogdanovic, Jokic, and a bunch of people that and I'm not knocking them enough. And so what I'm saying is, if you replace them other 10 guys, even if you keep Bogdanovic as one of the 12, you replace them other 10 guys with Luka and Giannis, they blow the American team out, bro. Come on, man.
They don't.
Come on, man.
Not if you put the right roster together. You don't have to put all big names.
I'm not saying. What I'm saying is this is the 12 that was picked. Like the WNBA just recently did it, but they just did it with their regular players. And the WNBA team beat the Olympic team.
See, but the problem that the Euros is going to have is that middle is going to be clogged because they really got all the big guys. They ain't got too many guards.
Let's look at it like this. What hurt Serbia is they didn't have enough depth. What hurt Canada, they didn't have height. What hurt France, they didn't have guards. That's just 3 teams. And what's the other team they made a big deal about? Sudan. Sudan didn't even have star power. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can just take one of them guys and just add them to, even though they not even the NBA. Like, they didn't even have star power. I'm telling you, bro, they'll blow them.
The best point guard, maybe 2 or 3 point guards are American. The best 2s are American. The best 3s are American. You only got the best 4 and 5.
Let me ask you this to end this topic off, Vito. You seen in the Olympics at 39 years old, LeBron, a lot of his baskets was coming from Brody and getting to the basket, right?
And that's what he's going to do to them.
You think he's not doing that to Giannis? You know he not Brody and Giannis. Come on, bro.
He's going right by Giannis.
No, he not.
Listen, Giannis is good straight away speed, but
what was LeBron was getting over all them other guys with when he was playing in the Olympics this year was upper body strength. He can't do that to Giannis.
He can run the floor. He can spray the floor. If LeBron bringing that shit up, and you got Steph in the corner, you got Edwards in another corner.
Nah, but that's what I'm saying. You're taking them guys that's not as talented as these foreign NBA players, and you're switching them.
Who's not talented?
I'm saying the guys that he's driving by and you got to help off of. Once you start adding more foreign players in like Giannis, you're adding better defenders in. So you don't got to worry as much as about the guy in the corner. And you see what
the fuck you do?
What? No. I'm talking about helping off of him. You don't got to worry about Shea Gilchrist helping off of Steph Curry in the corner if you got a better defender like Giannis guarding LeBron while he's going to the rack.
If you got Steph in the corner, KD in the corner, LeBron up top running offense, and you got Ant Edwards backdoor cuts and popping up to the foul line and breaking back off to go down low for the oop and shit like that, and you got AD.
Yeah, they too small, bro.
No, the fuck they not.
AD is too small to play against the front line of Giannis, Wemby, and the Joker. Come on, man.
Yeah,
he's too small.
But you know what they are on the other end? Too slow.
No. AD already guards. Jokic already guards AD.
AD can shoot.
Yes, he can.
So if we spread the floor and you got AD up top of you ISO, it's cookies every fucking time. For the Joker, for Embiid, and for Wemby, because they all slow.
Embiid done. Hey, listen, Vito. And I went back and I seen something, right? Because my pop told me to pay attention to something. And I think you may have said it before. Another problem that I seen with an Embiid in the Olympics is he can't get out the habit of every time he go to do a move, especially in the post where he has to try to draw the foul. You know what I'm talking about? Like he don't he can't just back you down and get you with a move, like do a patented move, jump hook, fade away. He's always looking to get you to reach and do all that.
Oh, so he's really not trying to score. He just
right.
And that shit don't always work because if they don't call the foul, your ass is out.
Right, so I don't know if it's because of the rules and all that, but it's like, to me, he looks more to draw the foul than he actually looks to get the basket. But preseason is back. The NFL season, couple weeks away from the season opener. Vito, we recently talked about NFL quarterbacks that have gotten paid. And I looked at the list, and recently these guys from the 2020 draft have gotten paid. Joe Burrow making $55 million a year. He's from that draft class. Damn. Highest paid annually player or quarterback. Then you got Jordan Love was in that draft class. He's making $55 million a year. Tua was in that draft class, $53 million a year. You got Herbert, $52.5 million a year. And then you got Jalen Hurts, $51 million a year. That's a loaded class, a lot of money that they cashed out. And there's been a lot of talk about these quarterbacks, not just coming into this season, but the last couple seasons. I want to ask you and everybody to keep it a C note. If you got to rank the quarterbacks from the 2020 draft, the 5 quarterbacks, which order do you rank them in? Keep it a C note. Let us know.
All right, now let me ask you this. Are we going off of since they've been in the league or just last year?
I would say since they've been in the league. Me personally, I'm doing since they've been in the league.
All right, so at 5, I'm going to have to go. See, it's fucked up because Love just started playing.
Right.
Tua played long, but I'm gonna go 5 Tua.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 4 Love. I like what I see from Love.
Okay.
I'm gonna go 3 Hurts.
Okay.
2 Herbert.
Okay.
And the only reason why I'm going Burrow over Herbert is because what he's done to that team. He took them to the chip.
Right.
And the team wasn't. But it's he got more talent than Herbert too. But I'm just gonna give.
You one of them guys.
Burrow,
you won't give up on Herbert, huh?
No, if we talking about talent, see, a lot of motherfuckers equate winning into if we're having a debate on winning, it's a different debate. But if we're talking about being a good player, Herbert is a good player.
Okay.
You know what
and Tua's not.
Tua's okay. He's just 5 out of this list.
All right, my top 5. Listen, I'm off the Herbert bandwagon. You heard it here from me first. Justin Herbert, he's the 5th best quarterback.
What makes you say that though?
Because he hasn't. He first of all, he does
something about winning.
Yeah, he doesn't have a winning record at all. I'm talking about career-wise, not above 500. Out of these quarterbacks, I believe he's the only quarterback below 500 because I think Love is just there at 500.
And I bet he got the best numbers out of all these quarterbacks.
He's also had the most out of receiving-wise. He's had Keenan Allen every year. He's had Mike Williams. I'm just not sold on Justin Herbert.
Mike Williams is just okay. Keenan Allen is tough.
He is just okay.
But he hasn't had more talent than Tua. He hasn't had more talent than Burrow.
Okay.
He hasn't had more talent than Hurts.
Hold on. Let me finish because I think I'm gonna make a point off of that. If we talk at 4, I got Jordan Love, and I know Jordan Love's only did that for 1 year, but Jordan Love is 500 in that 1 year with less talent than Herbert ever had, and he won a playoff game. So I already got him ahead of Herbert. At 3, I'm going Tua. Tua has a career winning record. And I know we talk about Tyreek Hill and all them, but he had Tyreek Hill how many years? 1, 2. I mean, not 1, but 2, 3 years. Mm-hmm. He's never had a winning record. Just think about that. He had years where the coach didn't even want him, and he still was winning games. I mean, if we talking about a good football player, he could do a little bit of running. You know what I mean? He not the most accurate quarterback, but as we see, he's going to get it there. Yeah, it's times Tyreek Hill has to come back, but it's times where Tyreek Hill catches it in stride. You know what I mean? He hasn't won a playoff game yet, but most of the times when he get around to the playoffs, he's hurt. To me, that's the only knock on him when it comes to him and Herbert. You know what I mean? I take one more step further, right? I'm pretty sure Tua out of these quarterbacks and probably in the NFL, and it might be because of Tyreek Hill that he's like one of the top quarterbacks probably at throwing the ball deep or deep plays and all that, right? But when we look at the Chargers, you look at Mike Williams, that's what he does. That's what he gets paid to do. Mm-hmm. Most of his touchdowns with Herbert are bombs. So
did you mention Mike Williams is always hurt?
Yes, he's always hurt. But again, I don't know. I think Tua's played 4 or 5. He hasn't always had Tyreek Hill. He didn't always have Jalen Watt. Like, they just came. You add that with the fact that, again, his coach didn't even want him. He was still winning. That puts him over them.
This is my question. If you're knocking Herbert for not winning a playoff game, and Tua hasn't won a playoff game.
Tua has a winning record
Herbert numbers are better than Tua's.
They probably are, but Tua wins games and Herbert doesn't. That's just point blank period. You can't say less talent because if they both came from the same draft class, Herbert has always had Keenan Allen.
Okay.
Tua didn't always have Tyreek Hill. He's had him, the last 2 seasons, and he still has a better record than him. Before that,
he's had more talent.
That's 2 years.
2 years? How long they been in the league?
4.
Okay, so
he's had Keenan Allen every year, bro.
That's it.
Come on. Tua at one point didn't have nobody.
Always had a good run game. Every year they make sure they surround him with a good run game.
Come on, man.
That makes a difference.
Nah, Tua is my 3. At 2, has been a lot of hate about Hurts too, but Hurts is one of the only quarterbacks on his list to go to a Super Bowl.
That don't make you better than
it. Don't. He got the winning record. He has a winning record.
That don't make you better.
Come on, man.
Your circumstance of where you get drafted makes the difference. Your coaching staff.
Listen,
the
I can't help. I can't help it if somebody jumped up to 6 to take Herbert, and somebody waited to 53 to get Hurts, and Hurts has had a better career. I can't. That's not my fault. Where he landed at.
Player.
Jalen Hurts is better than Herbert, bro. Come on, man. Who does more? Who does more?
Herbert does more. Are you just talking about because he runs?
He does more. He runs and he throws 2,000-yard receivers in the same season. Has Herbert even done that?
Hold on. So this is what confuses
He's
me.
Been to the Super Bowl more touchdowns. Like what are we talking about?
People take bits and pieces.
My number 1 Burrow, by the way.
Oh, I already know that. People take bits and pieces of each argument and put them together. We're saying Hurts is this great. Hurts has more talent than pretty much everybody, right? So does that not take away from him?
No.
That doesn't take away from him. But
what do you mean?
Hold on, I'm asking you a question. Since Hurts has all this talent surrounding him, does that not? Are we not saying, damn, is he really that good, or is it the talent that's surrounding him that makes him?
When you listen, we're not gonna do that because nobody. Listen.
Hold on, answer the question.
I'm gonna answer the question. We're not going to act like Jalen Hurts got all this talent in the world because nobody was saying A.J. Brown was top 5, top 10, or nothing before. Yeah, I'm talking about the masses. Okay. Nobody was saying he was that before he came to play on the Eagles team. Nobody was saying about the kid Smith and all of that. Like they were saying he was.
Smith just came off winning the Heisman, right?
Yes.
A.J. Brown had
but he wasn't proven in the NFL.
Okay, you're right. A.J. Brown had 1,000 yards every year with
I don't know about every year. We got to look at
1,000 yards every year.
We got to look
with
that up.
With Tannehill as his quarterback, and they run with Derrick Henry.
Yes.
Okay, but that's neither here nor there. We talking about as an Eagle, he has time. Why I ask that question is because
where A.J. Brown career numbers coming at when he played with Hurts, right? Pause.
What you mean? His highest?
Yes. Yeah. Yes, everything is with her. So what are we talking about?
No, I asked that question because my man Brock got all that bad press because saying he's only as good as the people surrounding him. So I want to know, does that go for everybody who has a good player at every position?
Who?
Or does it only work for
Wait.
Brock
They
Purdy?
said who? Oh, Brock Purdy.
Yeah, remember?
No. Me personally, to me, it's just a system with y'all.
Okay.
It's not that Brock Purdy is surrounded with talent. Listen, the proof is in the pudding with y'all. No, listen, Brock Purdy got y'all to a Super Bowl. Jimmy G got y'all same system, same everything. We're gonna put everything into our defense. We're gonna get us a good running back, and we don't care who we throw out there at quarterback. That's kind of like how Shanahan's philosophy has been, and it's kind of worked. It's kind of worked like with whoever.
Did it work for C.J. Beathard and Nick Mullins?
I don't know.
Why Trey Lance couldn't even stay on the field?
But maybe Trey Lance. What we tend to learn later about quarterbacks is like some guys can't read reads, some guys can't read hot routes, some guys just not good.
That means you can't plug and play anybody in there.
No,
you gotta be able to play.
Yeah, I mean, you could basically plug anybody in there, anybody that's focused.
Sam Darnold was the number 2 pick. He didn't look good.
Yeah, Sam Darnold didn't look good, but they was talking about playing him. And what did he play? Preseason? You can't judge nothing off the preseason.
No, Sam Darnold, he coming in after that half a year Brock Purdy played. Sam Darnold was projected to be the starter.
But what I'm saying is he never played in the actual regular season. He only got off preseason, so we don't know what Shanahan would have ended up doing.
He played in the regular season for us the last game season.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about more than where he had to play a full season, more than one game. We never got a chance to see that.
Yeah, but we did have a chance to see him be a starting quarterback in this league. Right?
Yeah, but not in that system.
Man, you can't.
Not in that system. And even when you say about Trey, he kind of doesn't fit the mold of Shanahan because he's more like a running quarterback. Shanahan just want them robots like
Trey actually
1, 2, 3
quarterback.
No, but he's more mobile than them guys.
He's mobile, but he didn't
more willing to take off. Most of them kids that's mobile and all that, they start hearing feet, they get to taking off. You know what I mean? But if he had to play Trey a whole season, there's no telling what he would have did with him. But the proof is in the pudding. To me, it's the system with them.
Nah, it ain't. What happened when Josh Johnson came in there in the playoff game? Who played in that system before?
I mean, it didn't. You keep talking about coming in for one.
But this is a guy who played in that system.
Yeah, but you still coming in for one game, no rhythm, no nothing. Come on, man.
Brock Purdy came in for one game. The game he came in, he went crazy, and it took him where he is now. Jimmy G came in, no rhythm, and went crazy, and that's what happened.
Yeah, so it's the system.
So
man.
how was it the system for them, but not for a guy like Josh Johnson or Sam Darnold or any of them guys I named that didn't win?
But even Sam Darnold, when just think of all them quarterbacks you name it, all of them quarterbacks is more mobile quarterbacks. Johnson more mobile, Trey more mobile, Sam Darnold is more. Them dudes they not the typical. They're
more
not
mobile than who?
Jimmy G, Purdy.
Not Purdy.
Purdy, listen. No, but
exactly.
Purdy, look, no.
Purdy ran more in college.
What
than,
I'm saying
than Trey
is,
Lance did.
What I'm saying is, Purdy and Jimmy G, you can set them as robots more than these other guys. Johnson, he's definitely taken off. Trey, even though he didn't run like that, like you say in college, I don't know because I don't watch college football. But I know when he was in them games for you, he was taking off damn near every play.
No, you seen highlights.
No, I was watching games. He was
for us?
Yeah, when he
That's because they was design plays.
No, I'm talking about he was taking off damn near every play. He was looking like Justin Fields to me.
Design run plays. That's how he got hurt on design.
And even Darnold. Darnold is more of a I'm getting out of Dodge, tucking and run ball. You know what I mean? Purdy, Garoppolo, them guys are robots. You could say, all we want you to do is 1, 2, 3, throw. And they going to do that.
I guess you haven't seen Purdy.
I've seen him.
Talking about a robot?
Before we get out of here, going into the NFL season, Vito, or who you think? Let's look, because I want to come back and do who we think will finish as the top 5 best running backs. But I want to know going into the season, because a lot, the running backs been devalued. We had a couple of top guys hurt last year. Who's the top 5 running backs coming into the season, the NFL season? Keep it a C note.
Oh, man, see.
This was a rough list for me.
That is because I want to put Jonathan Taylor, but he didn't play.
Damn near nobody played. That's why it was a rough list. You got Nick Chubb. He was hurt, and he's coming off a major ACL, MCL, so you can't even risk putting him in.
So are we going to top 5 or
5?
Who we think is going to be the top 5
coming
in?
No, top 5 coming into the season.
All right, well, fuck it. Jonathan Taylor at 5.
Okay.
Barring injury, Jonathan Taylor at 5. Josh Jacobs at 4.
Okay.
Derrick Henry at 3. Nick Chubb at 2.
Okay.
Christian McCaffrey at 1. And
okay.
I'm going to give a honorable mention to the young boy Gibbs in Detroit. Bad motherfucker.
Yeah, shout out Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, my list was rough. You cut me off, but Nick Chubb, I cannot put Nick Chubb, and don't get me wrong, to me, he's been like the most consistent running back for me, but that boy had a freak injury. ACL, MCL.
That's what I said, barring injury.
Yeah, no, but he's not coming back to like the end of November, December, so he's not even in my top 5. Then you got a bunch of guys that I thought about putting in the top 5, like Gibbs, but I'm like, they ain't show enough for 1 year. So at 5, I struggled, but I had to go Saquon.
A nigga who always hurt too?
Saquon ain't been hurt recently. I'm just going off of niggas that wasn't hurt last year coming into this season. At 5, I gotta go Saquon. At 4, I'm going Jonathan Taylor. He was hurt the season before. Last year, he was missing all them games because he was beefing with the owner. So at 3, I'm going Josh Jacobs. I know he had a bad year, but he held out and all that. He still had like 800-something yards. And I think he's going to be better with Green Bay. At 2, I'm going Derrick Henry. And at 1, I'm going Christian McCaffrey.
Damn, you know who else was balling last year? Aaron Jones was balling last
year. Yeah, I thought about putting Aaron Jones in the list too because he's a consistent guy. But when you really look at it, I'm like, damn, the running backs is kind of light in the NFL.
No, it's talent, but they motherfuckers.
But yeah, because you got a lot of younger guys. Because I wanted to ask you, like, this is year 2. Like, we seen it last year, especially if you play fantasy football. But Bijan Robinson, it's a lot of hype behind him.
He's tough. They don't get him to rock enough.
Yeah, and I see a lot of sports writers this year, again, got him top 5 coming in to the season.
I don't know about
that. Is it too early for Bijan? Do you need to see some more from Bijan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that with Jahmyr Gibbs, too. Even with my guy, like I would say Kyron Williams has got potential, but he had 1 good year, and he get hurt a lot.
Yeah. But see, when I'm looking at player, I try not to take injury as far as if we're talking talent. We're talking about when they're on the field. That's what I'm basing it on. I ain't basing it on injury.
Right. Yeah, but if he can put up some numbers a second season, that he'll probably be. But you got a lot of guys. Because even on the low, like a guy like Kenneth Walker, he be getting busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's dudes that be getting busy.
I'm like Gus Edwards for Baltimore.
Yeah, but his days, he always hurt, though. Gus always hurt.
That's because he power.
Yeah, and his days is numbered. You know what I mean? With King Henry over there. You got anything before we wrap it up?
No, that's it.
We appreciate everybody for tuning in, people. We definitely about to wrap this episode up. We definitely appreciate y'all. Again, if this your first time tuning in, salute to you. Do us a favor. Hit the sub button, like button, and the bell so you can stay notified when we drop new content. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. If you agree, disagree, want to correct one of us on something, or if you want to call one of us an Oouuber, Let us know in the comments. Just make sure you keep it a C note. And please share this video with someone that likes to talk sports and entertainment just like you, so that we can all talk that talk together. As always, I am your boy Brown. To the left of me, we got
Vito.
Please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell everybody. Keep it a C note. We holla at y'all, people.
This is what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da. Let me tell you what I'm feeling like. Da, 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 da.